It's hard to describe what it's like to stand on the top of the Mount of Olives overlooking the old city of Jerusalem, or having a Bible study on the Sea of Galilee, or visiting Capernaum, where Jesus based his ministry. And imagine what it would be like to walk through the Garden of Gethsemane, pray at the Wailing Wall, or have communion at the site of the empty tomb. Israel has a rich history, and it's the only spot on the planet where God walked and taught. And from the time your feet touch Israeli soil until you leave again, you're very aware that this is God's very special place on earth. After you've visited this land, you'll never again read your Bible the same way. But this is more than a tour of Israel. You'll also be cruising the magnificent Mediterranean Sea, visiting 4 countries and scores of biblical sites, using the ship as your floating hotel. Your trip begins by flying into Rome, where after spending the night, you'll tour the world-famous ancient Colosseum, as well as the Roman commemorative arches of Constantine and Titus. Then you'll board Celebrity's cruise ship, the stunning Silhouette, and sail away on your 12-day Mediterranean cruise, settling into your beautiful stateroom with its private balcony. Celebrity is one of the world's top cruise lines, winning Travel Weekly's Best Premium Cruise Line 8 years in a row. Their eye-popping cruise ship Silhouette is one of their top ships. Our first port is historic Naples, where we'll visit the stunning ruins of Pompeii and the breathtaking cliffs of the Amalfi Coast. Then, after 2 relaxing days at sea with optional onboard Bible studies, we'll arrive in Israel, where we'll spend 3 biblically rich days actually walking where Jesus walked. We'll begin with 2 full-day tours of God's special place on earth, the Old City of Jerusalem and its numerous biblical sites. We'll see the pools of Bethesda, the Temple Mount, the Southern Steps, the Wailing Wall, the Garden of Gethsemane, views of Bethlehem and the surrounding shepherd fields, have an incredible Bible study on the Mount of Olives with its spectacular views, and then top it off with communion at the spiritually impacting empty tomb. Then we'll head up to Galilee, where we'll see the breathtaking view of the Valley of Armageddon, the Mount of Beatitudes, Capernaum, where Jesus based his ministry, and a boat ride and Bible study on the Sea of Galilee. You'll also have the option of being baptized or rebaptized in the Jordan River. Then, after a stop in the photogenic port of Mykonos, with its scores of small churches dotting the island, we'll head to awesome Athens, Greece. We'll begin by visiting the ancient ruins of Corinth, where Paul spent 18 months ministering to the saints and penning 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. The columns of the Temple of Apollo and the infamous Bema seat still stand today. We'll then visit Athens with its dominating Acropolis and the magnificent Parthenon, plus Mars Hill, where we'll have a Bible study in the same place Paul addressed the Greeks. We'll then visit the Grecian island of Crete, where Paul began his shipwreck journey to Malta, before we head back to Rome. During your cruise, you'll enjoy 4 relaxing days at sea, scattered throughout the schedule, to enjoy the many activities and theater offered on the ship, as well as various site preparatory lectures and optional Bible studies with hosts author Josh McDowell, biblical creationist Russ Miller, and Compass founder and executive director Bill Perkins. You'll even have the option of extending your trip for a few days for A Taste of Italy, touring historic Florence with its famous Michelangelo's David sculpture, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, and 2 days and nights in romantic and picturesque Venice, with its spectacular waterways crisscrossing the island city. There's no cruise like the Biblelands Cruise. Rome, Naples, Pompeii, the Amalfi Coast, 2 days in Jerusalem, Galilee, Athens, Corinth, Mykonos, 4 days of at-sea Bible studies, ship activities, and nighttime shows, and the post-cruise option to visit Florence, Pisa, and Venice. Absolutely the trip of a lifetime. Best of all, the all-inclusive price includes the 12-day cruise, a deluxe stateroom with balcony, air from New York City, 2 nights in Rome, 5 land tours in Rome and Israel, all Compass lectures, private tours, and transfers. And it's easy to hold your space so you can begin making travel plans. To reserve your upgraded stateroom, simply fill out the registration page in the Biblelands Cruise brochure and mail, fax, email, or text it in today. We hope you can join us, as anyone will tell you who's traveled with us over the last 20-plus years on any of our past Compass Holy Land trips. This is definitely the Biblelands Cruise of your dreams.